And hello again, this is John Lindquist, Paladin Academy. This is Algebra 2, 4-5, graphing a line using standard form of a line. So let me talk about the three basic forms of a line, equations of a line. So ax plus by equals c is the standard form of a line. So it's like these guys, 2x minus 3y equals 6. Or 5x plus 3y equals minus 12. This is a standard form. And it's hard to graph the standard form of a line. So usually what we do is we change it into the slope-intercept form of a line, which is y equals mx plus b, where m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. So b is where the line crosses the y-axis, and m is the slope. We've talked about that in previous videos. Then the last one is the point slope form of a line, which is y subtract y1 equals m, the slope, times x minus x1. Where, this is a subscript. So the point is x1, y1. This is, and the subscript just distinguishes like one point from another point. Like if I had x sub 2, y sub 2, then we could call this point 2, and point 1 would be x1, y1. So all it does is say this is the x coordinate of point 1, and this is x sub 2 is the x coordinate of point 2. It's all it is a clarification feature. It doesn't have any math operation attached to it. It's just distinguishing one thing from another thing. But we aren't going to use this one in this lesson, but I'm just bringing up the three forms that we're going to be using. So let's go ahead and graph these three. And I think I'm going to do is I'm going to use a graphing calculator too. So we're going to do some graphing on the graphing calculator as well. So I got so what I want to do is make this look like this: y equals mx plus b. So what I'm going to do is take 2x minus 3y equals 6. I'm going to subtract 2x from both sides. So that cancels this guy out. So this guy gets canceled, and I end up with minus 3y. And then I'm going to take this guy right here, and move him in the front, because I want mx plus b, right? And then I'm going to take this guy and move him in the back. So I assume there's a plus in front of him, and this subtract becomes a minus sign, which is perfectly legal because I can put a plus here, and a plus and minus is the same as subtract, so I can just, and addition is commutative, which means the order doesn't matter. So I can take the negative 2x, put it in the front, and switch the plus 6 over on this side. So now I'm going to subtract, I'm going to divide by minus 3. And when I divide by minus 3, I'm really dividing like minus 3, and then I'm dividing this whole thing by minus 3. So I'm like distributing this minus 3 to both these terms. It's like doing this. It's like saying I got a quantity here. And I'm multiplying it by minus 1 over 3. Because if I divide by 3, dividing by 3 is the same as, like if I have 6 divided by 3, I get 2, right? But if I 6 times 1 over 3, that's still 2, because 1/3 of 6 is 2. Because if I multiply fractions, 6 times 1 is, so 6 times 1 is 6, right? 6 times 1 is 6, and 1 times 3 is 3, and then this is divide by. 6 divided by 3 is 2. So, and then I distribute it, which just puts the 3 underneath, the -3 underneath, because I'm multiplying by -3, -1/3 here. So in essence, then there's a shortcut I can use, which is nice. So what I'm saying is, if I take, when I have -3y equals -2x plus 6, when I divide by -3, I'm just dividing every term by -3. That's the point I'm making. When I divide this by -3 and cancel this guy out, this guy gets canceled, I have to keep the equation in balance, I have to multiply everything by -3, divide everything by -3. So I get y equals, and this two negatives make a positive, 2/3 x minus 2. Subtract 2. This would be this minus turns this plus into a subtract. 6 divided by 3 is 2. So I can graph this now. So there's -2, and as a plus slope, I'm going to go this way. It's going to go up 2 over 3, like that. So it's going up 2 over 3, right, like that. Or I could go down 2 over 3, like that. So I can draw my line then, like something there. Okay. And it's going to go like that. Okay. Now let's graph it with a graphing calculator. So I hit Y, and then I go 2/3, 2 divided by 3, x. Here's the x. Hit that. Subtract 2. Enter. Graph it. Notice I'm getting this. I can trace this. If I hit trace, 0, -2, 0, -2. What if I go 3? 3 is 0. See, 3 and 0 right there. 3 and 0. I can also do second tab, table, and like if I do this, I can just plot all the points. Here's -3 is 4. -3 is -4. See that? 0 is 2. 3 is 0. See that? 3 is 0. So I can plot it. Okay. Onward to the next one. So the next two are going to be quicker. Okay, so I'm going to take this one. Let's take this color. So 5x plus 3y equals -12. I'm going to subtract, whoops, I'm going to subtract 5x from both sides. 5x, I get 3y equals, I'm going to flip it, minus 5x minus 12 divided by 3, and I get y equals minus 5 over, this is a 5 by the way, minus 5x over 3 minus 4, right? Okay, so there's going to be minus 4. It's going to be a negative slope. It's going to go like this. It's going to go up 5 over 3. So it's going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over 3. 1, 2, 3 right there. Up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over 3 right there. So I can draw my line just like this. Okay, so let's see if that's right. So I'm going to go up here. Another thing you can do is just hit enter. This, if I unhighlight that and bring this one down, then cursor over, I can actually just and this one will be highlighted. So I get this. I have to hit the negative. Don't hit the subtract. You got to hit this negative. This is a negative, not a subtract. 5 divided by 3 x. Oh, too many negatives. Delete that one. Cursor back. Subtract 4, and then this is subtract. Now this is highlighted, so this one will be graphed. Notice we got this. Do a trace 0, 4. 0, negative 4 is right there. See that? And if I do negative 3, negative 3, I should get 1 right there. Okay. And then one left, and we're done. So this one I'm going to do orange. So I get x minus 2y equals negative 6. Subtract x from both sides. I get negative 2y equals minus x minus 6. I just flip them. Divide by minus 2. I get y. This cancels. This 2 minuses, 2 negatives make a plus. So you get 1/2 x plus negative 6 divided by negative 2 is 3. So I'm at 3. So right there. It's a positive slope. It's going to go up 1 over 2. It's going up 1 over 2. Down 1 over 2. Down 1 over 2. Down 1 over 2. Up 1 over 2. So the line is going to look like that. And let's just graph this. So I'll move this guy over here. Notice I can just go down, unhighlight that, and I put 1 divided by 2x, whoops, 2x plus 3. Enter graph. And there it is. Looks the same. Trace it. 0, 3. 0, 3 right there. 1, 2, 3. How about negative 6? Negative 6 should be 0. Negative 6 is 0. What about 4? 4 should be like 5. And it is. And that's it. There you are. Good luck.